We kind of benchmarked the idea of this. It has to look like a mid-engine two-seater, but it should be at least as roomy or the same roominess as a Porsche Panamera. Yeah. It totally failed. It's much roomier. Double, well protected.
Right. We'll hop it in. What's happening?
Broadway. Let's do this. J_DDE. 100,000 followers on Instagram. Let's go.
There it goes. Can you imagine how rock and roll this thing was when it launched? I mean, it's incredible now. What a game changer it must have been when they launched this thing.
But what's funny is nobody wanted it.
I know, it's crazy, right?
It's madness. That's like our 1998 Diablo SV. You want to talk about crazy.
Right?
Think about 1998 when you look at
dropped that
Diablo SV and you look at it and you go, this was all the car back then.
Right.
Bright yellow, big roof scoops, all functional, big wing. You can adjust that little carbon piece on the wing. The car is made out of carbon fiber.
Which for back then must have been game changer.
It's like
a massive step on.
Game changer.
What a machine. These things are old school wild, aren't they? They're the best.
They're the best.
They are the best.
But I can completely understand. Like I've been driving cars for a long time, and like in a distasteful manner, like clutch kicking and sliding them around. And I've gotten a good feel for what it's like to slide a supercar in the sense that it has little steer angle and the engine is mid-mounted.
Right.
And when I got to this, I was extra careful because of all the rumors about how dangerous it was. And to be quite honest, what it is that's the most dangerous about this car is how fast actually the RPMs come up.
Yeah.
So what would get you in trouble is how snappy the motor puts the power to the wheels. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The car's well balanced.
I think at the time of this launching, and even bloody hell, that thing sounds good. I think at the time of this thing launching, and maybe even now, it had the lightest flywheel on any production vehicle.
Yes.
I mean, that's why it kind of revs up like it's being ignited by lasers. It's just special. I mean, listen to it. It's unbelievable.
And then get on it.
Quite loud indeed. Someone say it's fast and loud. You men loud crowd. Okie dokie.
This comes up so fast.
So fast. Oh, you've got your own red carpet for the cars. Look at this. This is cool. That drew a crowd. How many Ghost Squadron choices have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-Koenigsegg owners here. Yeah. I mean, they never get old, do they? What a presence.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Man, look at this. Now that's barbecue. Look at that. Wow. Oh, back to the passion wagon. Here we go. How is it that we've had more fun in this than we have in supercars over the last 4 days?
We're the 8 best friends
That's it. Anyone can have it. We're the 8 best friends that anyone can have.
Santa Fe.
It's too crazy. Go dark for like 6 days. Role models, soul models, still in my 6 days. Ball so hard, it's behave.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the bass drum attitude. Drop it like it's hot. 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 Drop it like it's
just rocked up to Casa Maserati. Let's give you a quick walk and talk. I believe we're going to go and see a new car that I'm not sure we're allowed to film, but if we can, we will. Coming inside. So the format of Car Week is that all of the brands take out their own villas, and the villas up here above Pebble Beach are incredible. So let's have a whip around and see what's what. How do you go about getting a car inside here? Can they drive it around? I know sometimes brands literally crane their cars in. Yeah, like they didn't drive this around here. What's really unique about the whole thing is it's an opportunity for brands to create their curated environment so they can set it up to immerse VIPs and clients in the experience. Traditional Italian cooking, Italian food, and look, it's like we are in the kitchen of a house. So it's taking place right here. Also, let's just take out the context of the brand for 1 second. Imagine this. This is someone's lounge. Hey man, how's things? Look at that for a lounge. That is serious, huh? If you were to spec an MC20,
Yes.
how would it be?
I'm trying to think about that right now. It's tough. They have colors that they haven't shown us yet.
They got some
that I
nut
know
stuff.
they have.
Yeah.
They have their version of acid green. We saw it the other day.
That'd be cool.
I
That
would
would be
probably
cool,
do
right?
acid green and black with acid green calipers. They actually have that. Those two colors. This is the brightest colors they've
And straight
got.
piped.
And straight piped with a flame tune.
Flamey.
Only flames.
Yeah, Car Week is so cool. Look at this villa. It's endless. And these villas from all the different brands are peppered all over the hillside. Look at this. It's the right spec too. Manual every day. Well, it's been super cool to be here. Any regular subscribers of the channel may remember that I was truly blown away and honored to actually host the global launch of this car, the MC20. Believe it or not, and I'm not lying when I say this, I've never driven the MC20, despite the fact that together as a team we actually launched this car for them, which is a true honor. But comments below, should we be spending more time in an MC20? Okay, so we decided to walk because the supercar traffic is is too much. So it's quicker to walk. Now this is serious, this is clear. Hey dude, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. This is cool. Wow. I mean, there's rare Ferraris and then there's that. That's ultra, ultra rare. 599 GTO is starting to age very well. SA Aperta, also ridiculously rare. One of my all-time favorite Ferraris, 430 Scuderia. Right, so this line of Ferraris goes, well, you can see it all the way up here. It's gonna take a while.
Yes. Beautiful car.
Yeah, man. Right. Yeah, good to see you.
Another camera.
Another camera.
Another camera.
Lots of cameras.
Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red light.
Not to brag or anything, but there's two cars that we've seen that we've actually had a hand in launching. So Aston actually invited us a few months back to help them launch this. And it's the first time we've seen the interior. So let's go check it out. Oh, it's a Formula driving position. Look at that. When I say Formula, your heels are almost in line with the bottom of your derriere, which is quite like Formula single-seater in itself. So Valhalla's going to have just over 1,000 horsepower. The majority of that, around about 850 of that, is going to be from the twin turbocharged flat plane crank V8. And then there is a hybrid unit on top of that, which is going to generate the rest of the power. When this launched, Aston were quite clear that they're going to try and set a Nürburgring lap record with this car. And it's the first time that we've seen the interior, and it's really minimalistic, it's super pure. I mean, look at the lack of buttons here. There's hardly anything here. It's very much, as they said, to be fair to Aston, they said this was all about driver, driver, driver. So rather than, you know, the problem with a lot of new age supercars, hypercars is sometimes they've got too much tech that you sort of feel like you've been along for the drive rather than you taking the car for the drive. Aston have been really keen to instill that this is a driver's car so that everything is down to you, and as a result, there's not actually that many buttons in order to confuse you, but look at it, it's just a stunning environment to be. They're making 999 of these, Now that we've seen the interior, the chances are these are going to get snapped up. Full carbon tub. Really, I think these are starting at around about 600,000 sterling, around about that. So you're getting hypercar performance, hypercar status, I guess, for supercar cash.
You know everything about Aston Martin. Apparently, you own half the company. I might be lying or embellishing for the internet. We're going to get a little rundown from James on the Valhalla and whether we should or shouldn't buy one. I just found out that this car is under $1 million, has over 1,000 horsepower, and they're not all sold out like everything else here.
Yeah.
So, James,
Off you go.
Make me excited.
Okay, so what's really cool about when this launched, Aston were really keen to stress that they are going head on with Ferrari, straight above the SF90, and they're going for a Nürburgring lap record with this car. All right, so it's going to be a 2024 car. The prototype will be out sort of Q2 next year, so you'll see this thing testing. Flat plane crank, twin turbocharged V8. That's developing around about 850 horsepower. They got the Hot V internal turbos on it, and the extra power's coming from the hybrid drivetrain to make it up to around about 1,000 horsepower. Majority of the drive is going to be rear-wheel drive, but from the hybrid drivetrain, they're going to allocate torque vectoring, etc., to the front. So it's going to have ridiculous traction. Car of this platform, it's just over 1,600 and something kilograms, which if you think about it in like 918 context, it's like 200 kilograms lighter than that.
I was just about to say, also the whole design of this reminds me of a LaFerrari.
Dude, it's a full carbon tub. But I think they're going to drop the mic with this thing, man. Valkyrie-inspired aero.
Yeah.
The diffuser tunnel is so deep, it goes halfway down the car. So you'll notice one of the really interesting things is there's not a great deal of like big wings or aero on the outside.
Yes.
Majority of the downforce will be ground effect. It's like full-on Formula Tech.
Underneath.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts.
F1 stuff.
Yeah, it's super
I
cool
love
thing.
this.
Yeah.
Because the first time they introduced this was on the Vulcan.
That's right, exactly, yeah.
And that was like really cool. Look at the look at these taillights.
That's gonna be flaming up here. Since they launched this car, Michelin have developed a Cup 2R tire, which is that ultra sticky tire.
Yeah.
So this Nürburgring time that they were aiming for, that tire that didn't even exist. So they're gonna tick the box for sure. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Thanks. Oh, another one.
Two covers.
Double.
There we
well
go.
Protected.
Go.
Woo. So this is a show car that's been around the world 3 loops or something. I think 10,000 people have sat in it or so. Over 1.5 years, thanks. So it's a bit, it's in pretty good condition, but it's been around.
It's smaller than I thought it was going to be, considering it has 4 seats.
It is not huge. It's a fairly big car, but everything is proportionally bigger. So the wheels are bigger, the door is bigger, the car is a little bit taller, a little bit longer, but it's proportionally grown, so it doesn't look so big. And it's not huge. I mean, when it comes down the road, it looks very compact, and you would not believe there are 4 persons inside. It just looked like a mid-engine 2-seater. So, and that was the whole idea.
The size of the
business.
door is awesome.
Wow.
How nuts is that? That's so crazy.
Yeah, so this is the first kind of 2-door coupe where you have a back seat where you can go in and out, front and rear, simultaneously without moving the front seat. You don't have to fold anything. There is no B-pillar. You just go in and out at the same time. And you can be parked this close to another car.
Sure.
And still get both persons in and out simultaneously if you like. So that is kind of one of the big USPs.
Like having no B-pillar is transformative. It's just like a carbon cave.
You know? Exactly. We had to work a lot down here to compensate for not having that for side impact and things like that. But it worked out really well. We put in Dyneema from kind of bulletproof vests and things like that to get that protection going.
This thing is really stunning.
We kind of benchmarked the idea of this. It has to look like a mid-engine 2-seater, but it should be at least as roomy or the same roominess as a Porsche Panamera. Yeah. We totally failed. It's much roomier. So I would recommend getting in the back first and then in the front, and you can sit behind yourself.
You got this. You look good in it too, man.
Oh, this thing is so cool. Get in here. Look at this. Screens, skylights. This thing and this
in the front.
is really cool. Like,
Jump in here.
this is comfortable.
All right. It's okay, right?
I like it.
Where to, dude?
I like it. Where to? Take me down.
The future.
Yeah, to the future.
Actually, I'd actually bring my seat forward a bit more. Like
Yeah.
I've still got room.
There's a ton of room back here.
Yeah.
Look at the leg room. So this is all touchscreen.
Yeah, yeah, it's all touch.
And what would you do on here as a
watch
passenger?
Netflix, probably.
Netflix.
Watch Netflix, probably. Fun fact: the cup holders are heated and cooled.
What?
Heated and cooled
These?
cup. Yeah. Heated and cooled cup holders.
They're a little bit bigger on the production version. This is kind of the first show car, so you can fit full-size bottles. And they're really hot and really cold. One hot, one cold per person. So you can keep your coffee and your milkshake next to each other for hours and they're good.
I love it. It's so cool.
Every detail, the things.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah.
The carbon fiber work, though, is always on another level with this company.
And this is a little bit rough compared to the actual car. This was the first early prototype show car.
Is it okay to turn the wheel to demonstrate the...
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to point the camera here?
Watch it.
So the instrument cluster is part of the steering column.
Yeah.
But so when it moves, it self-levels.
Oh, that's cool.
See that? That's pretty cool, huh? Look at that. How nuts is that?
So those buttons on the steering wheel,
Yeah.
those are touch.
Yeah, touch with force feedback. And you can change symbols as they're like screens.
Really?
So
That's tricky.
we can play around. We have over-the-air upgradability on all our cars since a couple of years, so we can come up with new features and functions and listen to the customers. I want something jumping around there or playing video games or I don't know, whatever, you know.
Just download it.
Yeah, just download it, exactly.
Wow. When will this go into production and you'll see these things driving around on the street?
Yeah, so we're building a factory for this right next to our existing factory of another 100,000 square feet. The building is up, so floor is done, walls, roof. They're installing electricity as we speak, so we're allowed to move in there in February. And then we're setting up all the production equipment, doing the pre-production cars end of summer, and starting customer cars at the end of the year. And it's over 1,800 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 1.9 seconds. It's four-wheel drive, four-wheel torque vectoring.
This will be under 2 seconds?
Yeah, under 2 seconds. And more importantly, under 20 seconds to 250 miles per hour. We have the world record with the Regera at 21 seconds to 250 miles per hour, but this is faster because of the four-wheel drive and more power.
Can you imagine how fast your Costco run can be? Like, honey, I'll be right back.
But actually, boot space is
Yeah,
amazing.
let's open that as well. So you have 4 carry-ons, one like this per person. So that's
It's really deep.
one is in the front, 3 is in the rear here.
Wow.
And then there's a very unique engine. So it's a twin turbo, 3-cylinder, 2-liter free valve engine. It's
That's the only engine?
yeah, but then you have 3 electrical motors and a battery pack as well. As I said, it's a hybrid for recuperation and so on.
Wow.
So that one delivers 600 horsepower, 600 Newton meters, and then we have 1,200 horsepower of electric on board.
Oh, that's why it's so quick.
Yeah, so 2 electrical motors for the rear, 1 on the crank, and then propulsion from this to the front wheel as well. Torque vectoring in the front, torque vectoring in the rear. And with this kind of very compact engine running free valves on renewable fuel, if you can find it like Vulcanol, it's so much lighter than if this was an EV. It's about 500-600 kilos lighter if you would have the same performance and range on EV. It's a 600-mile range.
600 miles?
600-mile range. There is a foldable tow hook, and there are on the production car there are small slots here for roof rack mounts from Thule, which is a Swedish company, and then we're making a special box for skis and stuff. And you can put whatever you want up there, of course, but so it's a daily drivable exotic, right?
There you go. Got your name on it. Christian tells me the configuration tool is coming around about October sort of time, so we're going to need to start thinking about specs soon. You know, it's been on order since March 2020, so a few more months, we can spec lock. Comments below. How would you spec your Gemera? It's going to be quite a big deal, that one. I mean, you've generally all got room there, like you're just in it. You know?
I'm super comfortable.
We're working with Akrapovic. There's a titanium exhaust, and we're fine-tuning this like a Stradivarius violin because we only have 3 cylinders to work with, and it better sound damn good, right? So we're getting there.
We're dads. We've got kids. Yeah, this is amazing. This is really cool. In fact, I just told this story earlier today. I went to get a Lamborghini, and I left with, at the time, a Gran Turismo because it had 4 seats.
Right.
You know, in 2011, that was still a very quite exotic-looking car.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I bailed on the 2-seater Lamborghini and left with the Maserati because it had 4 seats. I had 2 daughters that are very precious to me, and I wanted to have a car and have fun with my family and not desert them just to go hang out on Sunday mornings. So this is really cool, like really cool machine.
There are these ISOFIX on the 2 rear seats and the passenger seats. You can have 3 screaming kids in there in child seats if you like.
Casa Koenigsegg.
It was incredible. The food was amazing. Christian was super hospitable. Spent like an hour with us.
He's amazing, man, that guy. And every word that comes out of his mouth is interesting. And then after you've spent half an hour with Christian, you feel so stupid. Seamless transition out of the Passion Wagon Caravan GT straight into Exotics on Broadway. We've got the quote Ghost Squadron here representing Koenigsegg. Hopefully we can find the 2 Yeskos, the Attack and the Absolute, while we're here. But let's have a walk around and see what's what. Right, I'm not sure if you can appreciate how far back this goes. There's got to be a mile of supercars. We're just saying the car culture here is the best I've experienced in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've been really fortunate to travel the world doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
And like, California is just different gravy, man.
Oh, it's many levels up.
This guy's from Texas. We need to go to Texas and experience your car culture.
Oh,
because you also go big or go home, right?
Oh, yeah,
big
absolutely.
time. Like, these guys start at 1,000 horsepower, these guys.
Yes,
so we need to go over
we
there.
got a lot of heavy
experience
hitters in Texas.
Let's do it, man. It's going to be so good. Appreciate
Your
that.
detail is amazing. And
Thank
then
you so much.
Your most video on the Koenigsegg with Christian, you have a great relationship.
I appreciate that, man.
But
Thank
how you
so
broke
much.
down his
Thank
new
you.
iteration of what's coming out next is amazing.
Dude, that thing, honestly, if that thing blew my mind.
How you started up and fired up, you're like,
yeah, I do, honestly, and that reaction, there was no like rehearsal in that. We really started it up, and it just blew my mind.
It's
just incredible.
No, you do a great job.
Thank you so
haven't
much.
been doing it very long.
Thank you.
But you belong in this space for sure.
That really means a lot. I really appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah.
What's your name?
JJ.
JJ? James?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it, man.
Have a
Thank
great
you
time
so
out
much. Okay, so we've been wearing these Ghost Squadron sweaters, as they're called, over on this side of the pond for the last 2 days. Skinny wasn't able to get one because they didn't have his size in, and we know he secretly, desperately wants one. So we're gonna sneak off to the Koenigsegg stand while he's over there with the boys and see if we can get one and surprise him with one. Okay, let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Just can't escape us, mate. You getting on? You good?
Double XL?
Yeah, let's try double XL. Okay, plot thickens. So we've managed to pick up Skinny his size. It's not the exact Ghost Squadron sweater, but it has this logo on the back, full size. So it's kind of that scale, but that logo, which is going to make him look like our leader. How's that, man? There you go, buddy. That's a proper car. That's a proper car. That's cool, man. We are, and they delivered, baby! Does it fit well? Look at this. There he goes. Yeah.
What is going on?
I actually can't answer that.
Who started this?
I don't know what's happening. If I was to describe this,
Flapping the wings!
he's actually flying! Flapping the wings! I was about to say that it couldn't get much crazier than a dude roof surfing his own 720S, but here we are. Someone's gone and cleared a parking lot for DD boys to have some fun. So probably going to end off signing off with some tyre smoke. Just make some noise and some smoke. That's what we're here for. This will be fun. Yeah, it's going well. It's going good now, man. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Ciao. That was cool, man.